don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, this is Tom.
And Wade.
And today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Wei Jiang Ultima Guard. This is their version of Omega Supreme. And this thing was so big I needed help with it, that's why Wade's here. Say hi, Wade.
Hi guys.
See? Very good. Now, let's try this. As always, we start with empty box and we go over the box. Here we have
A really pretty
really pretty picture
artwork
of Ultima Guard here.
or Supreme.
That's the front of the box.
Mega Supreme.
Side of the box.
Oh.
Side of the box. We get product shot. Well, actually, I guess it's a schematic. Back of the box, we get
That stuff.
here. What does that say? All right. Well, people can read it if they want to. We get that. And we get product shots. Bottom of the box.
Warnings.
Yeah, don't eat anything in here. Product shot. And top of the box is just Ultima Guard. So I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and get rid of the box for the moment. And he also, here Wade, why don't you do these for us?
Okay, so he also comes with this.
What is this?
This is a
Collector's card?
collector's card.
We turn it over like this so that the people can read that if they want to. Okay, flip it around.
And then here's a picture of him.
Okay, and here we have, this is instructions on how to put in the batteries, right?
Yes.
And we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Not right now.
Okay, and what's this, Wade?
Instructions!
Alright,
Front, back.
and looking through them, they're colored instructions. You actually have reds and yellows and stuff. So this tells us lots of neat stuff, doesn't it?
It is in Japan or Chinese or Japanese, but it also has English.
English. Right there. So yeah, not bad. So why don't we take us a second here and
Look at what we got.
pull some of this stuff out. Okay. Why don't we zoom in just a touch? And let's focus on this big guy here first. What do you say, Wade?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, why don't you pull it out of the plastic for me? Or that's styrofoam, isn't it?
Yes. So we got.
I just set them down there. We'll take a look at them here in a second. We're going to take one box at a time. And don't forget that other little piece. Alright, so let's set this aside. And let's take us a look here, Gator, at this thing. This is the primary body that it comes with it, isn't it?
Yes.
It's got clear, this is kind of a mustardy yellowish thing. This is a flat red. We've got
Brown.
stickers, tampograph stickers right here, which are really nice. There's some
Nice.
molded detail in it, Gator.
Yes.
Moving up, we've got a little tampograph thing there. I'll get all that. Here's the front of him as he looks. He's a little anemic. Looks like he's missed leg day, and that's because of the parts that'll come with it. We got some pretty little gunmetal gray here. This is kind of an off-white. You got a little tampo. No, that's just paint. Red and black right here. Top of this, you've got some more tampograph stuff.
Nice detailing.
Like mustardy yellow.
Nice details.
The back of the figure looks like this. Some more of that gunmetal, that off-white. This is gray plastic. This is red paint. We've got the helicopter pad here.
That's not the helicopter pad. That's the rocket ship pad.
Okay, rocket ship, helicopter.
Same thing.
You've got a tampograph thing right there.
And he's
got a little chevron right there. That kind of looks like your black belt chevron, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So, moving down the figure, we've got this.
Nice detailing.
Underside. This is slick, so I may end up putting some stuff somewhere to make it stick a little bit better on the table.
Then we get his wings.
Oh, these are really nice. We get 2 sets of these. This is gunmetal, and that is a coppery color, and it comes out all the way down to there. And these things extend quite a bit. We get 2 of those.
Yes.
And then we get this little piece of plastic here that I'm concluding is a stand.
It is.
That's what comes in this
box.
This box right here. So I'll tell you what, Gator, why don't we go ahead and why don't we get this other box here open, and we can take a look to see what all's in here.
Okay.
Here, why don't we set it down?
Yeah, make it easy.
Alright.
Would it be easier to take out the...
Let's just go to it.
Is it
something on the
rolling?
bottom? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so why don't we take a look and see what we got here, Wade?
Okay. So first...
Here, just pull something out and let's start talking about it.
Okay, so here's the little...
Robot dude?
robot and
Here, let's get in here so we can take a look at him.
helper, nurse thingy, nurse robot,
He's got kindly bluish,
greenish
eyes.
bluish, greenish, grayish eyes.
This is a polished plastic. A little red translucent piece here. This is a flat red piece. And this is just gray plastic.
The fists are on her.
Yeah. And they open. Let's do articulation real quick. The head
Moves.
can go up and down,
Oh, squid.
left and right. It's on a big old ball joint right in there if you can see it. The arms can do a full 360.
60.
They go out on a hand. Oh crap. Not only out, but
Y'all got
he can cross his hands behind his head here. He's got an elbow joint right here, which gives him over 90 degrees, wouldn't you say, Wade?
Yeah, maybe like 95 degrees.
Okay, that works. His wrists are on a pivot. There's probably a mushroom peg in there.
Probably.
And his hands are forever in that mode. This little fella has a waist swivel, which means there's a mushroom peg in here somewhere, probably, would be my guess.
Or maybe a ball joint.
Could be. T-jointed ball joints. No, those aren't ball joints. Those are hinges. Let him do the full Chinese splits. Actually, if you really wanted to. Yeah, there you go. He can do forwards up to there, backwards up to there. I don't think that qualifies as the American splits, but wow. Okay. He has no thigh swivel. This thing is all this is articulated, no thigh swivel. Well, that's just a shame. His knee,
90 degrees.
yeah, that's a little better than 90, but man.
I can't even do that, and I'm a black belt.
And we've got ball joints right here, as you can see. So forward, back to there, forward to there, and you get a little bit of a rocker.
Papa,
So, yes, dear.
do you know what reminds me of the feet of? You know those suckers, like
Oh yeah,
like.
never would have thought of that. Okay, so that's this guy. I'll probably never show anything else with this guy because I have no use for him really. Okay.
You know what? I know.
All right, pull something else out, Gator. All right, what do we have here?
The tank.
The tank. Hey, there's somebody looking at you.
Oh my gosh.
So,
His can't this go up?
yeah, it pops up and you can actually flip the head around. And you've got the switch there for the tank, for one of the light fixtures.
In his eyes.
Which we'll show off here shortly because I have batteries.
Batteries.
So, shut that down. Tell us about this tank, Gator.
Okay, so this tank will be his head when we transform him. This tank, it's really nice, I think. So here's a little bit of gray paint. Nice silver.
I think that's gunmetal, child.
Gunmetal paint, okay.
That's fine. Go on.
Silver, this is a gray plastic.
Uh-huh.
Switch for what we're going to do for lighting. And when we turn it upside down,
you can see the bottom of it right here.
Okay.
It's got little wheels right here that will roll. The tank treads are soft and flexible.
And they don't really roll.
Okay. Here, let me look at it. Can we?
Yes.
Let's see here. Did you tell them about that little bit of tampograph paint right there?
Oh, no, I have not.
Well, see, we need to tell them about that. These things don't move, but we do have little tampograph stickers right here. They're not stickers, they're tampographs right there. Alright, let's set the tank aside. Pull something else out, Gator.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this comes in 2 pieces.
That's a flame effect, isn't it?
Yes, it is. When we get to the rocket ship, this will light up.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Here, let's get them a good look at it. And it's just a translucent piece of plastic, and this is the part that can go in it, so that you get. Did you hear that snap into place? Yeah.
It's nice.
That's a fire weapon effect, or for the rocket. So let's set that aside.
Or you could use it for a blast whenever you have the hand.
I guess maybe so. Here is something for the rocket.
Oh, it's the stand. It's the stand because
I bet it is.
Because the stand goes for with that.
I bet it is.
This.
I bet it is. Look how that fits in there. Isn't that special?
Yeah, because you fit the rocket in here, and it stands all by itself, and you can have that cool little effect.
Oh, well, that works too. Now we've got these 2 little pieces right here that are probably part of the stand. We'll fight with all this here. Oh, I bet they
plug in here.
Wade says they plug in here. There's a hole right here, if you all can see it, and there is a port right here, and then this thing has 2 little slots on it that should go into those 2 little slots you can see through right there. So actually, why don't we put the slots in first?
Good idea.
And on both sides.
You know what? I think I know the reason why they have that.
Extra stability.
Yes. What's stability mean?
Making sure it stays where it's supposed to stay.
Ah, I thought that's what you meant.
There we go. And that's pretty solid. That's pretty cool. Let's set that aside. What you got there, child? Here, since we apparently have 2 of these, why don't we pull these out together?
Okay. I think these are the tracks.
These are the things that make his legs look not so bad. And you're right. I'm pretty sure these will operate as tracks. If you look at them, they'll kindly touch together here. And they've got tampographed stuff all over, and this is gunmetal. This is gunmetal. They hinge up, hinge out. That one you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with. Oh, they rotate right here. So they're on a double hinge to make. So watch again. You've got a double hinge right here. You can just pull this up, rotate it around,
and bring it
down, and it's got 2 little locking clips on both sides right here. Just go in there, and this is part of making the track. Alright, so let's set these aside.
Wait, won't the wings also make the tracks?
They will. He's going to have a big old track. Pull something else out, Gator.
One hand, or one part of the rocket.
Alright, take it out of the plastic so we can all see it, because I'm curious as to what it looks like.
Me too. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay. So this is the spot where we can put
Careful.
this in. Makes the blast, or the laser, whatever you want to call it.
Alright, may I see it?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we tell them about it here? So this is the bottom part of the rocket. And it's got a speaker right here you all can see. It's got some really nice molded details. It's got the ladder here that'll come out and down.
For a little person to come up.
For a little person. We'll show that off here in a little bit. But it's got that.
You can bring Elsa or my Cinderella and make them go out the stairs.
Many things are possible. Let's see here. This claw bends like this.
So you can grab
on all three sides. And this is an orange color, and actually it's coming off pretty much exactly the way it is in hand on the camera. Here you have some silver, and there's a button right there.
And that makes the noises.
That'll make noises, that's right.
And also light up the glass.
Right. Set that down, and let's get the last piece that's in there.
The top part, let's get it out. Okay, so here is...
Show them the part by itself first.
Okay, so here's this nice gray base gunmetal silver here.
It's very dark. This is a very dark gray plastic. You have some gunmetal here, some really dark gray plastic, some silver here.
That's where the battery compartment. No, where's that? That's
this is a
battery compartment.
Spring operated spot where you can flip around the Autobot symbol. Right here. Let's see, how do these things connect together?
So you put these in here. See, there's like little pegs here in the middle.
Oh, don't show me, show them.
Okay, so there's...
right here there are little holes, so there's little pegs right here. There's 2 pegs on this side and 2 holes, and there's 2 pegs right here and 2 holes. So line that up
and just
gently push it into place. Here, let me try. I got a little bit more strength than you do.
Yeah.
That's okay. Alright, and right here we have ourselves the completed rocket.
Yeah, what?
And throw that flames there in there that Wade wants to. Alright, so where's my swooshing sound?
We have to put batteries in.
No. You're supposed to be the one doing this. You're the one that's 9. Alright, so that was all fun and games, but now comes the point where we have to...
put in the batteries.
Well, yes, batteries are important, but I was thinking more along the lines of we need to try and figure this thing here out.
So place that in there first. Lock that in place.
You realize that I love you so much, right?
Yeah.
Alright then. Don't you forget that now.
I won't.
Ah! My camera! So you just wrap that thing around it like there.
And just plug it in.
Squeeze it in place here.
And voila!
And now you've got it on the stand.
And
Why don't we show it on the stand here, child?
Because kids need it.
Ah, there we go. There it is on the stand.
So,
Okay. So we've looked at all the pieces. I tell you what we need to do now. Why don't we go ahead and put it together and we'll show how to put the batteries in, and then we'll put it together. Alright folks, so we're going to try and put in the batteries for this, and it says to use an LR-41. Now I watched this other guy's review, and he said it was LR-44. So I bought LR-44s. Whether or not it will go in there, I don't know. I kind of expect it to not.
But I'll get a battery.
But this is how you do it. Those aren't going to fit. Here, I'll tell you right now. They're too big. Tag on it. There's no way. So battery installation on the tank, there are 2 places. One, the AAA batteries. The AAA batteries go in right here. Just like this. Once you get that, then the tank treads roll. Alright, and then there is
One more spot.
one for the LED feature on the head. So Wade is installing the batteries for the torso section. And you remove 2 screws, show them where.
Right here and right here.
Alright. And that takes AA batteries too, doesn't it?
So you put the batteries in here, like so. And then put this back. Make sure you have your screws.
Now we come to the arms. Wade, you do that side, I'll do this side.
Okay, so you just
Put it on here and rotate it until it moves into place. You'll feel it, and then you just push it the rest of the way on in and it'll snap into place. Rotate yours around until if you can feel it go in, and then here, let me see. Alright, so push it up. There we go.
there we go.
And now his arms.
Are complete.
Mine just fell off. I wasn't supposed to do that.
There we go.
There we go. Now they're both on. And
That is.
hang on, you've moved it here. Alright, so the trick to that is to push it into place
And then
until you
rotate it.
feel it, and then rotate it, and that'll lock it into place and it won't go anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we're going to go ahead and do the tank. Put on the head. Go ahead and get it prepared, Wade. Is that the way hang on a minute. Is that the way it goes? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you notice, we've already got the head
Rotated.
rotated around, and this part should go in the front.
So.
Pull that down, and there are 2 little C-clips. They're not C-clips, they're just clips right here. And there are 2 little clips right in here that this will become attached to. Now, as soon as we do this, he's going to start talking. So
there are the buttons right there.
yes, if you look right here, there's a little push thing right there that this is going to set on,
onto.
and it's going to make it go off. So bear with us for just a minute. He is now in place.
I wonder why he's not talking.
I don't know. Maybe we didn't hold our jaws right.
Unyielding resolve has no conqueror. Unyielding resolve has no conqueror.
Well, okay then. So we're going to put the wings on now. And the first thing we need to do is open up these little clips right here. Bring them all the way to the center. Then we're going to add these, right, Wade?
Yes.
And these little holes right here are going to correspond with the red tabs right here. And you just put them in place. Yours aren't going on so good. There we go. Alright.
Let's
Pull
clip
these
them.
over, and then we take our bottom here and we lift it up,
Extend it.
extend it, and then we bring it. It's got a hinge here. We bring it up. Now there are 2 little clips, one on each side, that correspond with a little groove right here, and you kind of have to flex your plastic a little bit.
Which I don't like.
Well, I'm not much of a fan of it either, but it is what it is. So move it in place and put that one in. Then we come over here to this one, flex the plastic just a touch, put that one in, and they are on there. They're not going anywhere.
No.
Okay, folks, so we're going to do the legs next, and I have to tell you, they're a pain. This part right here needs to go on the back of the heel to get this done properly, and you have to have, there's one of them that unclips from the other one. You have to have that out and all the way up into the top here. So you just move this into place, put that there. There are, I don't know if you can see them, there's pegs right here that will go in on both sides, that'll go into corresponding holes right here. And there is a cut right here that will go around this little extension right there. So getting it all lined up can be really tricky. especially since you're kind of operating blind when it comes to the peg holes. You just kind of have to put them in place and kindly hope for the best. I have found it's easier to get one side in, maybe, and then work on the other one. This thing, there we go. That one's in. That one's in place. Alright, now we gotta do the other one. Let's come up here, bring down your little extension piece, bring the two of these together. Like that, so that they're all one piece. Take your little white piece and move it all the way to the inside. Slip that under there and bring this piece all the way to the front, to the inside, and if you do it right, it'll just lock in place. And that's not to say I've done it right, but I think that's about as good as we're going to get. So we're going to cover articulation now, and one thing to note, he is extremely back heavy. I mean, extremely back heavy. So one of the things that I have noticed that helps is if you take the thighs and instead of having them just straight on, if you
open up the hips,
take them one click, he's stable.
and he doesn't lean back.
Yes. So let's cover articulation. His head,
Move side to side.
it connects right here at the chest, and so it, here, let's zoom in a little bit. The head rotates at an odd angle, but it does actually rotate. There's a little bit of up, a little bit of down, no up, so be aware of that. Wade, why don't you show him the articulation on that arm?
Nice ratchet.
Here, show him. Watch out, Wade, let him see how far it can go. This other one's the same way.
Nice ratchet.
And it can hold its stance there. How about rotation? Hold on, you're gonna break that. Here. Here. Yeah, do it like this.
Like you said, nice ratchet.
He could go all the way around, but if he did that, then he'd end up knocking off his wings and maybe breaking something. We're not gonna do that. How about a waist rotation, Gator? Does he have a waist rotation? He does. Look at that. It's not much,
But it does.
but it is. Actually, I take that back. He's got a really nice ratcheted waist rotation.
The arms.
So that's. Oh yeah, we need to do elbow bends, don't we? He's got a bicep rotation right here. Double bend elbow.
More than 90 degrees.
On mine it's 90.
Mine
On hers,
more than
yeah, maybe a smidge or two.
91 degrees, 92 degrees.
It's too hot to be 92 degrees.
It is. Actually, no, it's too cold to be.
Alright, so why don't we lower our camera here just a little bit so that we can take a look at the legs. Okay, so the legs. Let's get our arms out of the way so we can see them. The legs have this little flap right here that comes up and down. They can go out that far. Wow, she got hers all the way. Hey, guess what? He can do
The Chinese
splits.
Of course, I.
Folks, you're not going to see that on anybody else's channel. Let's see here.
You have to flip up the flaps to get it all the way, unless you only get at 180 degrees. You only get 98 degrees.
He has a thigh rotation, small one, built into this universal joint. You can move it a little bit. Let's see here. Forward and back, he's got flaps right here. You take yours back, Wade. I'll take mine forward. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh. I guess.
Alright.
That's as far as I can
Here,
take.
hold on to him. Let's take us a look here. Yeah, he's not going to go any further. He gets, well, actually I take that back. So, it's not quite the full American splits,
That close enough.
but it's pretty doggone close for a bot this size.
He is a humongo bot.
He's pretty good sized. Alright. Got me worn out just moving with him. Alright, so the knees. Move flaps back. Why don't you show him your knee bend, Wade?
More than 90 degrees.
Let's call it 90, just to be safe. Okay, and the feet are kind of hindered by these things. You do get a tilt, and he can go out to about right there with his tilt, with his feet on the ground. But those parts that we added, they kind of prevent him from doing too much with it. Let's see here.
But of course it gives him more weight on his feet so he doesn't completely fall over in his back.
Yep, there's always that. He is heavy.
He is.
Alright. So,
Oh
here.
gosh.
Yep, he's heavy. Let's see here. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Now, he's coming in at a total height of, would be my guess. What's just that?
22.
Yeah, 21 and a half. Yeah, he's not 22, child. 21 and a half, I'd say, maybe 21. Shoulder to shoulder, because that's how I measure. He's coming in at 11 and 11 and a half.
11.
Depth-wise, because he's pretty deep. He's coming in at
8.
8.5.
Not really.
8.5 inches. Yeah, that was about 8.5. So let's see here. We've put him together. We've covered articulation. I think we need scale size comparisons, don't we?
Yeah.
So here he is next to Takara
MP10.
MP10. That's him right there. And here he is next to Fantoy's Jetfire. Sense of scale here. Here he is next to the Toy World Devastator.
Are you gonna try and transform that thing?
Yes, I am, Nemesis.
Are you insane?
Yes, I probably am. Alright, so let's see if I can get this big robot transformed here. And I apologize for the distance here, but he's a big robot. So yeah, we kind of have to deal. First thing you do is you can do a couple of things first, but I like to pop the arms off first. I say that. Okay. Next, come around to the back, and remember these clips that we had to put on when we first put him together. Just kind of flex one of them aside and set that down. You can now take off your wings here. Go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take off the legs now. Just kind of wiggle them until they come loose of those pins. There we go. One, you get it to that spot, you just untab it here from the inside. I say that like it's easy. Tell you what, the legs are the hardest part on this transformation. Going either to robot mode or to this other mode here. Come out. There we go. you can go ahead and put this together and get it ready for track mode. Part of this is seeing me struggle with it and understanding what it is that you might get yourself into if you decide to get one of these yourself. So, and whether or not this thing is worth getting or not, I'll cover that in the final thoughts, because I don't want to perjure myself just yet and say, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, or it's the worst thing ever, and we not know yet. So, yeah. There we go. There's that. Tell you what, I'm going to take just a second and set up the track while I've got it here. These things just unfold, and then you just add the next one here to it. Same thing, they just clip together. Then you got your rocket, and we know how to assemble it. The 2 pegs on one end and 2 grooves on the other, and you just line everything up. If there's a weak spot on this, I can easily see those pegs being it, because you have to put so much pressure to get those in there. And these hinges here are pretty weak. They have a hard time. Here we got the little bot, the big bot. Pull this open. Have you heard what he says?
Unyielding resolve has no conqueror. Unyielding resolve has no conqueror. I am the guardian of the gates, the junction of your destruction, the laser lighting the way to your doom.
Okay then.
Construction bots, enemies. Enemies die. Enemies die. Failure impossible. Revenge soon. Anticipation high. Vengeance good. Failure impossible. Revenge soon. Anticipation high. Vengeance good.
Okay then. He's got these 2 C-clips, or the
Unyielding resolve has no conqueror. Unyielding resolve has no conqueror.
okay then. The tank, we just take the head here and open it up, turn it around. His nose comes in really handy for that for some odd reason. Flip that down, turn this around, and here's your little tank. And that goes on the track. We'll show that moving off here in a minute. Now, this thing right here is complicated in certain ways. Let's see here. First thing you need to do, because it took me forever to figure out how to do this, believe it or not, the instructions weren't very good with it. This part and this part need to rotate all the way around. Okay, then you rotate the torso. Is that right? Yeah. No? I think I told you all wrong. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, the arms rotate and come in and all the way down so that they're flush on both sides. Okay. These things just kind of come over and just tug that right there. Now, the trickiest part about this is figuring out how the legs go. And the legs have a cut in them right here and right here. But you have to rotate them so that the gold part right here is up. And it can be kind of tricky to do, but it is doable. You just saw me do it. So do that on both sides. You just kind of have to wiggle and maneuver until you get it in place. Then you take this and the knee's on a double hinge, so you just wiggle it until it's in place. Rotate this all the way up. Rotate your foot in so that it looks like this on the bottom. Okay? I'll show that again. Double hinge on the knee. I bet that deals with articulation too. It is very, very stiff. Okay. Rotate the foot. The final step in this process, these little bits right here lift up, and they will be supports. So this is what it looks like. The body transformed. Take your thing here and fix it so that it will actually stay on the pad here. And there you go. There he is in his base mode. So measuring the track, go ahead, Wade. What are we looking at?
53 inches.
53 inches long. Okay, how about wide?
So we've always wanted to do the width.
The biggest part that sticks out to where we go to.
32 inches and a half.
So that's pretty good size, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
The rocket with the things fully closed. Let's see how long it is, Wade. Let me have an end of it.
16 and a half.
16 and a half. How about this big thing? Let's measure the tank. I don't think we measured it. So it's, here, do it. Do it this way right here. What's it coming in at? 5
and a half.
Okay, and here. You tell me how big that is. Right there. Oh.
4 and a half.
It's not 4 and a half, child.
4.
It's close to 4. And we did length. We did, how about width? What would you say? 3 and a half?
3 and a half.
Okay.
3, 4. 3.
Let's do this big base thing. Okay, how wide is it? About 17?
16.
Okay. How deep is it here? Since it's got the part that sits out there at the back, we got to start from right there. Is that about right?
Yeah.
That's 18 and a half. Okay, here's one thing I need to show, and that is the flame effect. Plugs right in. So, what it did, there we go. Plugs right in so you can have him pew pew, bang bang, pew pew, all that good stuff. And it works just fine. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the Wei Jiang Ultima Guard, their version of Omega Supreme, scale with Metroplex? And as you can see, when you include the tips of the wings here, he's just a smidge taller than Metroplex, but side to side, he's just a little bit smaller. He is most definitely Titan class. Final thoughts wise, he's a pain to transform. He looks good. He's a stable bot, but he's a pain to transform. Wade, go ahead and turn on the tank so everybody can hear how that works. Articulation is pretty good. The transformation, I think I mentioned, is a pain, but it's doable if you're patient. The materials are pretty good. The plastic is solid. I could have done without the electronics, but, you know, hey, they came with it, so I'm not arguing. I don't like that it takes 3 different types of batteries. I wish they had settled on just one. And, yeah, I don't have the Fans Project or the DX9 version to compare it to. I don't really need them. This one was, I think it was $210 total in 2018, and I couldn't beat the price, and I defy anybody else to beat the price on a brand new one. And I have to say, this scene kind of makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, it kind of does. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
And here it is next to a small dog.
Buttercup.